You're not going to believe this, but this soft, flexible fabric-like sheet started as toilet paper with just simple glue mixtures and a little bit of patience. I'm going to show you how you can turn something like toilet paper into something really amazing and useful. It's like a faux fabric. It's strong, it's bendable, it's incredibly versatile. You can cut it, ink it, print on it, sew it, glue it. You can even turn it into vintage tags like these or leather style accents. It's one of those weird but awesome DIYs you're going to want to try as soon as you see how I do it. To do this DIY, you just need some really simple ingredients. A roll of toilet paper. This is a better quality one. It works better if it's more of a thicker toilet paper. Some Mod Podge matte. It gives the nicest finish. I find the gloss isn't as nice. And a mister. This one is fantastic. It's got like a continuous spray. If you don't have one of these in your craft room, you need one. I'll put the link to this one down below. A little dish with some water, paintbrush, a little sponge, and you also need a silicone mat or some parchment paper. This DIY turns out like a nice soft leather or fabric, and I've got a couple different ways that you can transform this toilet paper. So the first thing that you want to do is have a little dish of water, and we want to mix 50-50 of the Mod Podge and the water. So I'm just going to pour about 50% Mod Podge, 50% water, and then we're going to mix it together really well. Just mix what you need for your project because you don't want to have to store it afterwards or end up throwing it out. So mix it really well until it's incorporated. Now you want to get your toilet paper. We're just going to lay it on the parchment paper. You want to have a surface where it's not going to stick to the, like if you're just doing it on a table, this is where the parchment paper or the silicone mat comes in really handy because once it's dried, we can pull it right off. I'm using 3 sheets of the toilet paper. You want to overlap it a little bit. We're going to do 3 sheets this way and 3 sheets this way, overlapping it a little bit. So it's going to be almost the same size as a sheet of paper. We're going to start with the first layer. Now we're going to take our mister and we're going to mist that toilet paper. Everybody says I say toilet. Toilet. Must be my Canadian accent. Toilet paper. We're just going to mix it. Try not to let it distract you if I'm saying it kind of funky. So it kind of bonds together. That's where this mister comes in really handy. Now we're going to get our Mod Podge water mixture and we're just going to gently just apply it over the entire surface. You don't want to brush it on too hard because it's going to tear that toilet paper. So just lightly kind of dab it. Or you can switch to the sponge, which also I think works maybe even a little bit better, and just sponge it on top. Now we want that wrinkly look. We're going to embrace the wrinkles here. It gives it that authentic look, and we just want to make sure that we're covering that entire surface. We have this completely covered, and now we're going to go in with another layer of the toilet paper. This is where if you're using a cheaper toilet paper, you might have to do 3-4 layers, but with a better quality one, you probably only have to do 2. And we're just going to lightly just tap it down. All that Mod Podge and water mixture is going to soak into it. If you are a junk journaler or you do a lot of mixed media or you like making greeting cards and tags, this recipe is fantastic for that. So many possibilities of what you can do with it. I'm just going to add a little bit of Mod Podge here. If it lifts up a little bit, that's okay. Just add a little bit more so it lays down nice. And you don't want to let this dry in between coats because then, of course, your toilet paper is not going to stick well. And once we have that layer on, now you can see how I crisscrossed it. This first layer, I went this way, and the second layer, I went this way. We're just going to now dab on another layer of that water and Mod Podge. You can see I didn't mix quite enough, so I'm going to whip up some more and completely cover this whole surface. I've got the second coat of the Mod Podge and water over this layer. And now I'm going to show you the first way that you can embellish this paper. I have a napkin and we're going to take it down to just one ply. Carefully remove. Now we're not going to throw this one out because I'm going to use it for the next one that we're doing. So I'm going to set it aside. But we're going to take this napkin. I'm going to take my sprayer. I'm just going to spritz it just a bit. And we're going to lay it right on top of these two layers. Pat it down so it soaks in really well. And then again, we're going to go in with this Mod Podge and water mixture and put on another coat. When you're using a napkin like this, a lot of napkins just have the actual pattern on each panel. This one had the pattern on the full napkin. I think that looks nicer unless you're going to cut it up. So be mindful of that when you're picking a napkin for your project. And then just pounce with that mixture across the whole top, or if you have a brush, you can brush it on. Now you want to get a piece of cling wrap and just kind of ball it up and just press down. You can use your fingers, but I find sometimes it gets sticky and you might pull up those layers where the cling wrap really helps everything bond really well together. Now we just have to be patient and set this aside and let it dry. It doesn't take very long. You can actually even set it outside if you've got a nice sunny day. I wouldn't really take your heat gun and move it along, only because it might make it bubble up more if it gets too hot. So just letting it dry naturally, maybe in front of a fan, works the best. The next way that you can try to use this, again, we're going to use the 3 squares. And then you're going to go into your kitchen and grab some instant coffee. We're going to put a little bit of instant coffee in that water. We're going to stir it up so it dissolves. And then we're going to add the Mod Podge. And I just used tap water on this because you don't want the granules to completely dissolve, because that's going to give like that aged vintage looking paper. And mix it all together. Again, this is great if you're into junk journaling and you love that vintage vibe, or you're making some Halloween decor, or you want to just make some real vintage looking paper. This works fantastic. We're going to get our sponge and we're just going to sponge across that toilet paper. Oh, we forgot to mist it. We need to mist it first. We're going to mist it. You can see what happens. If you don't mist it first, it will really tear. The water put on to this first just helps it bond together and helps you put that first layer on. Plus, I just really love using this sprayer. Okay, let's try again. And we're just going to pounce this over the entire piece. So we'll be back when I get this all finished. We've got 3 layers of the instant coffee Mod Podge water mixture. And I'm gonna make this really look like an antique piece of paper. So here's my little trick to just take it to the next level. Take a little bit of that instant coffee and sprinkle it on just randomly around the edges where that paper might have aged more than in the middle. And sprinkle it on. Now you want to take your mister and just mist those little granules of that instant coffee. Set this outside in the sun or in front of a fan. Let it dry, and you are going to have a beautiful piece of antique looking paper that's like got that fabric feel or that leathery feel. I've started on another one that I wanted to show you that's really fun to do, but I have a hack. If you don't have any parchment paper or you don't have a silicone mat, I saved this plastic sleeve. I think it was from an old stencil that I had bought. It's just a piece of plastic and it works fantastic to peel this off afterwards. Or save your liners from your cereal boxes. They're great to use for that purpose too. So I have made a DIY napkin. If you've never done this before, it's so much fun. I have a full tutorial on how to do it. I'll put the QR code right here and you can watch that after this video. And I have just printed this off on my laser printer. Now that is the thing that's key with this is it has to be a laser printer. If you're using an inkjet printer and doing this method, your ink is going to run. With a laser, it's not going to. So I'm just going to trim off the edges. I've got 2 layers of the toilet paper with some coffee antiquing solution. This graphic is available in my Etsy store. It's one of my best sellers. And I'll put the QR code to that actually right here, and you can grab it if you want to craft with it also. Or if you're a graphic club member, it's already in the library, so you can go over there and you can grab it right away and craft with it. We love new graphic club members. If you want more information on that, you can head over to my website. I'll put the link down below in the description, and maybe also a QR code right here. We're gonna have lots of QR codes, and you can check it out and join the fun. This just peels off and you have your DIY napkin, nice and thin. That was from the back side of the napkin that we used in the very first project. We are just going to lay this right in, let it soak up that coffee mixture. We'll get the sponge. I think I'm going to spray just a little bit of water on it, and it's going to blend and mold right in with that toilet paper and create a fabric-like paper that you can add to your DIY projects. We're going to set this aside and we're going to let it dry, and we'll be back and I'll show you everything that I've created today. Now comes the fantastic part of peeling it off. Now this one actually fell right off. It came off really easy, and you can see it's flexible, it's bendable, you can fold it, you can sew these. They're really sturdy, and it's just made from toilet paper. Now this one, we're just gonna peel off, and again, this has a real vintage leather feel. I think what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to take some of my ink and I'm just going to apply some ink to those wrinkles. And I think it's just really going to enhance that leather look that I want with this paper. And I think this one would turn into a fantastic maybe envelope. I think this is really authentic looking for a faux leather journal cover. You could wrap it around. You can even print on this if you want to. Cut it to the size of a piece of paper, run it through your printer, inkjet or laser jet, and it's going to print on it beautifully. It also cuts really easy. You can trim around the edges to get all the little raggedy pieces off, or you can leave them raggedy. There's so many possibilities with this technique, so many ways that you can use it and incorporate it into your DIYs. I'm going to show you right now, after I trim this off, I have a tag puncher, and it works great for putting your paper in. And you've cut a beautiful, nice, sturdy tag. It feels kind of like fabric, feels kind of like leather. And you can write on this if you want, on the back. And I'll just show you the last one that we have. And we have our one that we did our DIY napkin on it. And again, it's just gonna peel right off really easy. But you can see how it's flexible. It feels like paper. You can scrunch it up if you want, make it more crinkly. You can cut it, you can sew it. If you have not tried this DIY, you need to. So who knew that toilet paper and Mod Podge could turn something into something that feels like fabric? And if you like this DIY, you're gonna have to check out my video where I turn regular computer paper into something that looks and feels just like plastic. I'll link it right here. Go give it a watch, and we'll see you over there. Take care.